Welcome to Worldwide Synagogue Sing. We are so happy you're here. Go ahead and type into the chat that you are with us. Let us know where you're joining us from. My name is Rachel Goldberg, and today I'm here with Michelle Cohn Levy and Lila, Ziva, and Maya. We're also here with Eliana Light, and we may have an appearance from Sheepy. And we also are here with Rabbi Alexis Pinsky, who is able to wave to us. And I want everybody to give a big wave to all of us and a big wave to Rabbi Alexis, and actually hold up both your hands and send all your love to the screen, to your computer, your phone, your tablet, whatever you're watching this on. And imagine that the internet is going to work so perfectly and so clearly and so smoothly that we're all going to get to share what we have with you today, because that's just how it is. And we're going to have an opening song from Eliana Light.
Shalom, my friends. It's so good to be together. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. New tune, try it with me. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. This time you repeat after me. Say, how good, good it is to be. Let's do this together. Together. Oh, you sound so good. Let's do that again. How good it is to be together. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. 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 Repeat after me. Here we go. How good, yes, it is to be together. One more time. How good it is to be together. Whoa, 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 whoa. One more time, a little slower. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Thank you, Ellen Allard, for that song. And I'm going to turn it back over to Rachel.
Wonderful. Thank you, Eliana. How good it is to be together. So my friends at home, and I love seeing all of you writing into the chat. Hello, Georgie. I am in North Carolina. I'm so happy to know that you are able to be outside today. Here in Chicago, it's been really great to be outside too. So we've got wonderful weather. Hi, Judy in Lynchburg, Virginia, and Belinda in Orlando, and Jamie in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Eileen in White Plains, New York. And thank you, Saul, for letting us know it sounds great. We're looking forward to hearing you, and we're sure you sound great too, because coming up throughout the summer on Worldwide Synagogue Sing, we're going to have so many special guests and new leaders who you'll get to hear from, and we're really excited about that. Hello to everyone in the future watching the replay, either in Webinar Jam, Replica Replay, or on YouTube. If you haven't already grabbed it, you can open up your sing-along slides. If you're in Webinar Jam, there's a button at the bottom of the chat, and if you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description of the video. And we're so happy to be with Samantha in St. Louis, and Benjamin in Cambridge, New York, and Chaya in Florida. Hello, Chaya. Say hello to your whole family for us. Julie in California. Oh man, Vera in Michigan, with Noah in Michigan. We are really, oh, and Iowa. We have Hannah, Amira, and Alana in Iowa. I used to live in Iowa. I went to college there. I love it so much. And what I want us to understand is that we're a community of people who are all over the place. And it's really an unusual time that we can get together every Sunday morning and sing and be in a community. And one of the things I want us to think about throughout the show is you can take a notebook if you've got one, and as always, write down songs or any notes you want to take about things that are new, or maybe things that are familiar, or things that are familiar and in a different way, because at synagogues all over the place, we sing a lot of the same words. They're the prayers from our Sidurim, our prayer books, but we might use different melodies and bring a different energy to it. And so I want you to take notes about that, but also notice that we're a community everywhere, and sometimes you can see people in your community, like you can see me and Michelle and Eliana and Alexis, and sometimes we can't see our friends, but it doesn't mean that we're not together. And so especially today, you might see either Rabbi Alexis or Cantor Michelle's videos coming in and out. There might be times where you can't see them, but what you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes, and because you know what they look like, you can imagine that they are here with us singing, and you can imagine all these people from all these places together singing, because we are together even when we can't see each other. And I will stop talking now, and let's hear some songs from Michelle.
All right, well, let's start off with Modeh Ani. Modeh Ani lefanecha. Oh, you sound beautiful. Melechai v'kayam. Shehechazarta binishmati behemla behemla. Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha, Modeh Ani lefanecha, Melechai v'kayam, shehechazarta binishmati behemla, behemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Hey, Sheepy, do you know how to play guitar?
You know, I don't, but I think my friend Eliana does.
Oh, well, would you ask her if she can play the prayer Ma Tovu for us this morning?
She says yes.
Oh, thanks, Sheepy. Thanks, Eliana.
Absolutely, my friends. Happy to. We look around our space. Everyone look around the space that you're in, and we try to notice something that is tov, something that is good, that maybe we have not ever noticed before. That's new today. Let's sing together. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Israel. Let's do that one more time. Nice way. Ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha
Oh, wow, how beautiful. We have so many things that we are so grateful for, and so many things that it just feels so good to acknowledge that we have in our lives. So let's say some blessings. Let's say some brachot to talk about some of those wonderful things. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who brings us all together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
For iced tea in the morning.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
For the sun shining through my windows.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Ziva says, for the beautiful trees.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
For eyes that can see.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
For bringing us all together.
Amen. All right. We have a very fun and silly song that I want to show you all today. Let me get my guitar. You ready, Lila? Can we do it? Oh, yeah, it is a silly one. Okay, let's do it.
For this song, you all might need
So
your
this is
kazoo.
a repeat after me song. Can you repeat after me?
Oh man.
So, as I said, sometimes we can't see the people in our community, but it doesn't mean we're not together.
What a time. What a time. Okay, let's go out of order. Let's go out of order a little bit. How about that? Because if Michelle just come back, I really want her to do the silly song with us because it's very fun, even though I know it. So let's take a deep breath. I know Siddur means order, but sometimes it's okay to go out of order if we need to. Let us, even with all these technological difficulties, find at least one reason to be happy and content right now. Ashrei, 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 together, Ashrei, Yoshrei B'techa. Beautiful, Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei. All together now, Ashrei, Yoshrei B'techa. Odi hallelujah selah, Odi hallelujah selah. Sing it out, friends. Odi hallelujah selah. Oh, you sound so good. Odi hallelujah selah. Odi hallelujah selah. One more time, and Ashrei, Ashrei, Ashrei. All together now, Ashrei, Yoshrei B'techa. One more time, just for yourself. Ashrei, 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 Yoshrei B'techa. Michelle, how about we go backwards in our time?
Yes.
And do a little Elohai Neshama.
Oh, I would love that because I feel really good right now. I feel good. I feel fine. The day is young. Gonna make it mine. I feel good. I feel fine. Like the sun. See me shine. Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Tehorahi, 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 Tehorahi. All right, next slide if you have the slides. I'm awake. I'm alive. Gonna twist and shout. Gonna jump and jive. I'm awake. I'm alive. Like a bee. Buzzing in my hive. Oh, Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi.
And I can't do it on my phone.
Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. I take a breath. I stretch up high. I reach my hands up to the sky. I take a breath. I stretch up high. Saying thank you, God. Singing my oh my. Oh, Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Oh, Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Yeah. Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi, Tehorahi. Tehorahi, Tehorahi.
So fun. Where should we go from here?
I think I would love for Michelle to, or Alexis, if she's feeling up to it, to call us into community with the Baruch. Whoever is feeling
I think Alexis is feeling it in her apartment, which we cannot see. And so let's be led by Michelle.
All right. Well, let's get started with the next portion of our tefillah. Let's do the call to worship, the Baruch. Will you help me do Baruch, girls? I would love to have your help today. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch et Adonai Hamevorach. All right, we are ready. Marabu. 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 Adonai. Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Kulam bechokma asita, Kulam bechokma asita, Kulam bechokma asita. Marabu, oh yeah, Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Marabu, 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Kulam, everything. Kulam bechokma asita. Kulam bechokma asita. Kulam bechokma asita. Marabu. Even louder this last time. Marabu. 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Marabu. 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 Ma'asecha Adonai. Will you girls lead us in the Shema? Can you do that for us? I would like you guys to do it here. I'll bring the mic even closer and you can do it all together. Ready? Cover your eyes. Ready? Go ahead.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Mahu Tov Leolam Va'ed.
Thank you. That was beautiful, ladies.
So beautiful, my friends. Let's put our hands over our hearts. Breathe into our hearts as we remind ourselves that we are loved and capable of giving love. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta bam ve'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha v'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'tosafot bein einecha uv'chavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'ishe'arecha. Give your heart another little squeeze, another little hug. Show yourself how much you love yourself. My friends, we are free. We have our freedom. We say micha mocha. Who is like you, Holy One, that which connects us all, knowing that our freedom is not the freedom to do whatever we want. It's the freedom to be responsible for and take care of each other. So you can repeat after me, just like this. Micha mocha, ba'elim Adonai. Beautiful. Mi kamocha, nedar bakodesh, nora, tehino, ose, let's sing Yananai. Yananai, nai, 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 nai. Yananai, nai, nai, yananai. Yananai, nai, 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 nai. Yananai, nai, 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 nai. And now it's time for us to take a deep breath and think about what we're thankful for today. As we say Toda Rabba, as we type in the chat what we're thankful for. As Eliana sees if she remembers the song that Rabbi Alexis has taught us. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. I'm so thankful too. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. We're thankful for trees. We're thankful for our friends who teach us songs. We're thankful for sloth puppets. We're thankful for waffles. We're thankful for family. We're thankful for grandmas. What else are we thankful for? Keep it coming. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. For blueberries. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. Grateful for art and our cats and our moms and more trees and books and for sunshine. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. We love you, Alexis, even if sometimes we don't love your internet. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. We're grateful for teachers, grateful for all being here one more time. Toda, Toda, Toda Rabba. For Harry Potter, for family, for all of these things. I'm grateful that you and me together, we could make a world that was full of shalom, a world full of peace. We just got to get everybody else on board too. We got to create the world we want to see. We got to bring that shalom down from the heavens. So get your hands like this. Remember, we're going to shoot them up on Mob. Here we go. Oh, say shalom, Miroma. Bring it down. Huya, say shalom, Aleinu. Spread it out. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Even wider now. Ve'al kol Yoshetivel. Tell each other. Ve'imru. Amen. Clap, 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 clap. Hey, la 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 la. Hey, la la Shalom bin Roma. Shalom Aleinu. Spread it out. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Even wider now. Ve'al kol Yoshetivel. Tell each other. Ve'imru. Amen. Ve'imru. Two more times. Ve'imru. Amen. One more time, and we're going to end it with a drum roll. Here we go. Ve'imru. Amen. Whew. Beautiful, my friends. Rachel, I'm going to throw it back over to you.
Great. Wow. It is time for a story. And wow, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy seeing all of you, feeling grateful. And I love singing. I've really been singing my heart out. I'm not just lip syncing. And I hope you are singing your heart out too, because it feels so good and it helps our bodies be especially healthy and happy, which we all need. The story I'm about to tell you is all about the power of love. And specifically, it's about the power of radical acts of love and kindness. In Hebrew, we call that gemilut chasadim. And the story, unfortunately, it starts out in not such a great place. So there was this woman named Naomi, and she was married to a man named Elimelech, and they were from a town called Bethlehem. And these were ancient days. And they decided that they were going to leave Bethlehem and go to a different town called Moab so that they could have a better life. There was maybe more food there, more opportunities. And they went with their 2 sons and they raised their family there. And their sons grew up and they married wonderful women from Moab. One son married a Moabite woman named Orpah, and the other son married a Moabite woman named Ruth. And here's the part that's kind of sad, and by kind I mean really sad, and also kind of scary, is that in this family in Moab, something happened. And for this time, Moab wasn't so safe. And we don't really know why or what happened, but all of the men in the family died. That's the really sad part. And because it wasn't safe to stay in Moab, all of the women, Naomi and her 2 daughters-in-law, Orpah and Ruth, they left and they got out of that place and they ran until eventually they got to a place where they could be still and they could breathe, and they looked around and they noticed that they were safe. Oh, and that was something to celebrate. They were breathing and they were feeling so grateful that they got out of the place that wasn't safe and they were safe again. But then they had to decide where they were going to go from there. And Naomi didn't want her daughters-in-law to feel like they had to stick with her. So she said, daughters, Orpah, Ruth, please go back, find your families, find your friends. I want you to be free to live your own life and do whatever you want. You don't need to stay with me. And Orpah started to cry because she knew that that was the right choice for her. She knew that that was the path she needed to go and live her life the way she wanted to live her life. But she was also sad because it meant she was saying goodbye to her mother-in-law, Ruth, to her mother-in-law, Naomi, and to her sister-in-law, Ruth. And so she gave them both a big hug. She gave 2 big hugs, and they all said, I love you, and goodbye. And Orpah went off to live her life and do the life that was hers to live. But Ruth stayed there. And Naomi looked at Ruth, and Naomi said, daughter, my daughter-in-law, what are you doing? You don't need to stay here with me. You should go, live your own life. I'm just going back to Bethlehem. You don't know anybody in Bethlehem. You're free to go do whatever you want. And Ruth took a deep breath and she looked Naomi right in the eyes and she said, no, wherever you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. And your people will be my people. And your God is my God. And where you die, I'm going to die there, and I'm going to be buried right next to you because I love you. You are my family. Wow. And Naomi didn't know what to do, but she just felt so loved, and she felt that she was not alone, even though all these scary things had happened. They had been through it together. And they went back to Bethlehem. And all of the people who Ruth didn't know from Bethlehem, they heard about what she did, how she didn't let her mother-in-law, Naomi, be alone in that scary time, and how she went with her. And you know what? People really respected Ruth for what she had done, and they treated her really well. And Ruth had a good life in Bethlehem with all the new friends that she didn't know before she made the choice to show so much love, unconditional love, so much commitment, and to let her mother-in-law know that she really wasn't alone. And Ruth went on and she got to do all the things she wanted to do in life. She got to have adventures. She got to fall in love and get married again. And Ruth even had a baby. And that baby grew up and had a baby. And that baby grew up and had a baby. And that baby was named David. And that baby David grew up and became king, King David, one of the first kings of this whole new time in ancient Israel. And it was so crazy to think that when Ruth made the decision to show so much love, that there would be ripples and that it would impact the history of all of the Jewish people in such a good way. And so our Living Torah this week is to be like Ruth and to be loving. And there are 2 things that we can do. One is we can understand that when we show our love in the world, when we act lovingly, it has a ripple and it can impact so much more than we're able to see or imagine when we just show love to the people in our lives. And so just understanding that a little bit of love goes a long, long way, and we don't even have to understand what those ways are in order to know and understand that it's happening. The second, more specific thing you can do is I want you to think about someone in your life. Maybe it's someone who lives in the home with you where you live, or maybe it's someone who lives in a different home who you're going to have to call up on a phone or get on a computer or tablet and do some video call. But I want you to think of someone who could really use some love right now. And I want you to let them know that you love them, you're with them, and they're not alone, because that's going to make such a big difference in their life and in everybody's life. Because when people feel full of love, they walk through the world and they act with more love. And so more and more people can feel the love. So think about who that person is. You don't need to write it into the chat because it might be a little personal, but maybe write it in your notebook if you've got one of those. Write down the name of one person who you're going to call this week or sit down with this week and tell them you love them, you're with them, and they're not alone. Wow. Let's hear some songs.
Okay.
Well, for the past many weeks, we have been doing a song called Shigaon. That's right. And today, for Shigaon, we are going to sing about all of the things that we have singing about for the past many, many weeks. We have been counting the Omer, and every week for Worldwide Synagogue Sing, we have been talking about a different theme from the Omer. And today we are going to remember all of those things that we have talked about. So let's see what words we get to remember today. Shigaon, shigaon, shiga, shiga, shigaon, shiga, 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 shigaon. Shigaon, shigaon, shiga, shiga, shigaon, shiga, 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 shigaon. 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 I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say kingdom. I'm gonna tell you how to say kingdom. Malchut. 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 Shigaon, shigaon, shiga, shiga, shigaon, shiga, 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 shigaon. Shigaon, shigaon, shiga, shiga, shigaon, shiga, 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 shigaon. 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 I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say foundation. I'm gonna tell you how to say foundation. Yesod. 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 Malchut. Malchut. Shigaon, shigaon, shiga, shiga, shigaon, shiga, 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 shigaon. Shigaon, shigaon, shiga, shiga, shigaon, shiga, 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 shigaon. 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 I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say majesty. I'm gonna tell you how to say majesty. Hod. 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 Yesod. Yesod. Malchut. Malchut. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. She got on. She got on. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say endurance. I'm gonna tell you how to say endurance. Netzach. 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 Hod. Hod. Yesod. Yesod. Malchut. Malchut. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. She got on. She got on. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say beauty. I'm gonna tell you how to say beauty. Tiferet. 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 Netzach. Netzach. Hod. Hod. Yesod. Yesod. Malchut. Malchut. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. She got on. She got on. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say strength. I'm gonna tell you how to say strength. Gevura. 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 Tiferet. Tiferet. Netzach. Netzach. Hod. Hod. Yesod. Yesod. Malchut. Malchut. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. She got on. She got on. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say. I'm gonna tell you how to say loving kindness. I'm gonna tell you how to say loving kindness. Chesed. Ooh, chesed. 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 Gevura. Gevura. Tiferet. Tiferet. Netzach. Netzach. Hod. Hod. Yesod. Yesod. Malchut. Malchut. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. Shake on, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake on, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake on. She got on. She got on. She got on. She got on.
Michelle, that was amazing. Friends, I want to recap what we just did because it's a pretty big deal. Over the past many weeks, we've been exploring the different Sephirot. Can you say that with me? Sephirot. These different qualities, these different mystical qualities that we say God has, or alternatively, you can say these are amazing qualities that we want to see and notice in our world. And when we notice them, they become holy and sacred. Because if we're made in the image of God, then we can do these things too. We can act with loving kindness, and we can also act with strength. Those can happen at the same time. We can see the beauty that's in the world, the tiferet. We can have endurance to get through the tough times. That's netzach. We can feel proud and humble at the same time. That's hod. All of this lays the foundation, the yesod, for a beautiful world, malchut. That's why we were looking like this. Malchut is all of these different ideas as the foundation for our kingdom, our world, which is everything that's around us. This is the last time we're going to count the Omer together because this coming week is the holiday of Shavuot. Can you say Shavuot? Shavuot. It is the holiday where we receive the Torah, where we become a people gathered at the base of Mount Sinai, which means our time for counting is almost up. So we're going to count the Omer. This is the week of Malchut, the week that we try to take everything that we learned in a big mishmash and put it here in the earth. So we're going to sing the counting of the Omer one more time, and then we're going to count 45 days for our very last time. Oh, I'm so excited. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu, v'mitzvotav etzivanu, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer, al sfirat haomer. Today is 45 days of the Omer. The word Shavuot itself means weeks because we're counting 7 weeks up to Shavuot, 7 weeks of 7 days each. That's what we've been doing this whole time. So I thought, why not walk through the Hebrew days of the week together? Every day we do avodah, that's work. And that's really all you have to do is say avodah after me. But on Shabbat, we have menucha, we have rest. So can you try marching in place? Let's march in place as we march through the Hebrew days of the week. Say Yom Rishon, avodah, Yom Sheni, avodah, Yom Shlishi, avodah, avodah. Here comes Wednesday, Yom Revi'i, we say avodah, Yom Chamishi, avodah, Yom Shishi, avodah, avodah. Here comes Shabbat, everyone take a rest. Yom Shabbat, menucha, nom 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 nom. Yom Shabbat, menucha, oh. Yom Shabbat, menucha, menucha. Oh, but here comes another week. It's even busier. Run, run. Yom Rishon, avodah. Yom Sheni, avodah. Yom Shishi, avodah, avodah. After Yom Revi'i, avodah. Yom Chamishi, avodah. Yom Shishi, avodah, avodah. Oh my goodness. Thank God it's Shabbat. Yom Shabbat, menucha. Ooh, we can actually say holidays, rest too. Yom Chag, menucha. Oh, there's a rest. Yom Chag, menucha, menucha. Oh my goodness, that was very good taking us through the weeks. Alexis, you think you're feeling up to doing a song with us?
I really hope so, everybody. Hello. I'm so happy that I haven't frozen in a minute. All right, my friends. So with Shavuot coming up, Shavuot is all about our Torah and celebrating our Torah. So we are going to talk about the different books of Torah. And first, I want you to just make the sound do. And it's going to go do, 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 do. Can you dance? All right, so first we have Bereshit. First there's Bereshit. That's Genesis, Shemot, Exodus, Vayikra, Leviticus, and just two more. The book of Numbers, Bamidbar, and the very last book that we read in Hebrew, it's called Devarim. Deuteronomy, 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 it's in the Torah. One more time. First there's Bereshit. That's Genesis, Shemot, Exodus, Vayikra, Leviticus, just two more. Book of Numbers, that's Bamidbar, and the very last book that we read in Hebrew, it's called Devarim. What's Devarim mean? Deuteronomy, 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 it's in the Torah. So glad that worked to sing with your friends.
Baruch Hashem.
I'm so happy we finally got to hear your voice. I have been missing it all morning. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, last week we were going to try and sing a song about what a special community we are, a Kehila Kedosha, that we can be a community even if we're not together in person, and how many different communities we are all a part of. We might be a part of our synagogue communities or our school communities or our neighborhood communities or this very special Worldwide Synagogue Sing community. So let's sing about what it's like to all be a part of a community together. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, oh ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, Kehila, Kedosha, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, oh ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream. If you are a Tem, then we're Nitzavim. We stand here today and remember the dream.
How beautiful, Michelle. We are a community no matter where we are. Shavuot, in fact, some people think about it as the time where we became a community. we entered into this holy covenant with the Holy One, saying, we are going to do our best. We're going to try to follow these mitzvot and make the world a better place. That is something that we can do. On Shavuot, we say Chag Sameach. Can you say Chag Sameach? Beautiful. Today is also actually a very special day. It's Rosh Chodesh Sivan, the first day of the month of Sivan. So before we go, I just want to wish you a Chodesh Tov. Can you say that back to me? Chodesh Tov. Fabulous. And next week, we're going to explore a little more about the Torah, sing some more awesome Torah songs, because we might get the Torah on Shavuot, but then we have it in our hearts all the time. So I'm so excited to see you next week. Let's throw it over for the word of the week.
Awesome. Our word of the week, my friends, is, we've heard it today. Eliana just said it. It is Shavuot, which literally means weeks. 1 week is Shavua. Like after Havdalah, at the end of Shabbat, we'll say Shavua Tov. Have a good week. And many weeks is Shavuot. And Shavuot is also the name of the holiday that we have this week, where we celebrate receiving the Torah. And I want to celebrate, after all of these weeks, we've had more than 7 weeks of Worldwide Synagogue Sing. We've actually had 11 weeks of Worldwide Synagogue Sing, and it has been such a joy to receive all of you, all of your chesed and love and all of everything. We love being part of this community. And many of you have even supported this project throughout the weeks that we've been doing it. We appreciate that so much. There is a button at the bottom of your chat that you can click if you'd like to send a monetary gift to the Mishpacha Collective. That is our group. Mishpacha in Hebrew means family. So this offering is from our family to yours. We love you so much. And when you send a monetary gift through the link below, it helps us to pay for licenses and software subscriptions and all of the things that we need just to make this program happen. And we are so grateful to all of you who have been supporting us throughout the weeks, and are even more grateful. We'll continue to be grateful as those gifts come in. So please consider supporting us financially, and let's go out with another song. Are we, Rabbi Alexis? Can you take us out?
Okay. My friends,
Yay.
so this community is our home, and in this time leading up to Shavuot, we really ground ourselves in our own foundations, living in our houses. So we are going to sing This Is Home again, like we did last week, and we'll learn these hand motions together. This is home where I belong, in this breath, in this heart. This is home where I belong, in this voice, in this song. One more time. This is home where I belong, in this breath, in this heart. This is home where I belong, in this voice, in this song. Thank you all so much for joining us. Really beautiful to see you, to get to sing with you, and grateful for all of you.
Shavua Tov, everyone. And happy Shavuot, Chag Sameach. We love you.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Mwah.